Good morning, Pioneers, and welcome to The Grit. We're excited to be back here with you for a sports update. My name is Kayla Delmore.
And my name is Bobby Drexel. Today we will look at this year's upcoming postseason games at Orange, hear about the Super Bowl and NFL honors, and have an interview with wrestling coach Hipsher. Girls basketball lost to Bradley on Friday 40-35 in their final regular season game. On Wednesday, they had their first tournament game, traveling to 13th seeded Canal Winchester. The girls battled throughout the entire game but came up just short and finished their season with a loss, losing 33-29. Congrats to the girls on a great season. Now, I'll take a look at this year's Super Bowl.
Good morning, Pioneers. My name is Bobby Drexel, and I'm here to recap this year's Super Bowl.
Super Bowl 57 opened with a bang. The Eagles' offense, led by Jalen Hurts, was able to drive down the field on their first drive of the game and gain a 7-0 edge on the Kansas City Chiefs. However, Chiefs quarterback MVP Patrick Mahomes wouldn't give up easy. With a combined effort by star tight end Travis Kelce and rookie running back Isaiah Pacheco, they managed to cut the Eagles' lead to 10 by halftime. However, right before halftime, Mahomes went down with an ankle injury, which he had injured 2 weeks before the Super Bowl. Nothing could hold him back in the second half, despite an outstanding game by Jalen Hurts. Mahomes only threw one incompletion in the second half, which was a throwaway through the back of the end zone. The Chiefs managed to win the Super Bowl on a walk-off field goal by kicker Harrison Butker. Jalen Hurts played outstanding, having around 400 net total yards and 4 combined touchdowns. One costly fumble in the first half, which was returned for a touchdown, was the turning point the Chiefs needed.
That's all I have for you today, Pioneers. Now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Bobby. Boys basketball lost to Bradley on Friday 62-51. Dylan Joy and Elias Lewis combined for 20 points on the night. On Tuesday, they hosted New Albany and won 67-47. The boys were led by Jordan Edwards and Elias Lewis, who both scored 20. Tomorrow, the boys will host Liberty for senior night, with senior festivities starting at 7 p.m.
Girls wrestling made a road trip to Pennsylvania last weekend and won 54-21 over returning state champ Gettysburg and 36-27 over nationally ranked Cumberland Valley. Camille Ramey, Josie Nickelhoff, Cassidy Guerin, and Talia Mitchell won both of their matches for the girls. Yesterday, the girls traveled to Fairbanks, where Alicia Coleman grabbed her 30th win of the season. She is the first girl in program history to achieve this accomplishment. Now, Kayla takes a look at this year's NFL honors.
Hi, Pioneers. I'm Kayla Delmore, and I'm here to recap all of the NFL honors from last week.
The annual NFL Honors was held this past week. To start off, the Offensive Rookie of the Year was Jets wide receiver Garrett Wilson from Ohio State, who had 18 first-place votes and 156 points. For the Defensive Rookie of the Year, the Jets also had their cornerback Sauce Gardner with 46 first-place votes and 242 total points. The Assistant Coach of the Year was San Francisco 49ers Defensive Coordinator DeMeco Ryans with 35 first-place votes. As for Coach of the Year, the New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll earned first place with 16 votes and 123 points. Some bigger awards on the night was the Defensive Player of the Year, defensive end from the San Francisco 49ers, Nick Bosa. As for Offensive Player of the Year, Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson had 35 first-place votes to beat out Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Tyreek Hill, and Josh Jacobs. The Comeback Player of the Year was Seattle Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith, who had 28 first-place votes and 171 points. And the most important award of all, the Most Valuable Player Award, was awarded to Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who blew the competition out of the water with 48 first-place votes.
That's all I have for you today, Pioneers. Now, back to the desk.
Thanks, Kayla. Boys bowling has not played this week. However, will compete in their final regular season action tonight when they take on the other 3 Olentangy schools in the annual quad match.
Hockey will play tomorrow versus Springboro in the postseason at the Chiller North. Good luck tomorrow, boys.
Boys wrestling competed in the All-North Invitational at Dublin Jerome High School. Senior heavyweight Connor Guerin paced the boys with another championship, while 4 more Pioneers grabbed top 4 finishes. They will host Liberty tonight in their final OCC matchup before heading into sectionals next weekend. Be sure to come out and support the boys.
Gymnastics competed in OCCs this weekend and placed second behind Kaufman. Jay Gerard placed first in the vault, bars, and all around, and then second in the floor and beam to lead the girls. They will travel to Berlin tonight and compete against Berlin and Olentangy at 6 p.m. Now let's throw it over to Jake Barnhart with boys wrestling coach Hipsher.
Thanks, Kayla. I'm here with Coach Hipsher from the boys wrestling team. So, Coach Hipsher, with you being a former student here and also being a former wrestler here, what does it really mean to you to be a coach here now?
Yeah, being able to come back to Orange High School after obviously going here, while I was in school, it's pretty special. It's special to see the alumni come back and help out. Now, obviously, as an alumni myself, I get that same opportunity. Being with my old high school coaches, coaching with them, and then hopefully helping these young athletes achieve their goals.
Right, and so over your years coaching, what are some major things that you've learned, whether it be from another coach or whether it be from a player that you're coaching?
Yeah, so I've been coaching here the last 3 years. I've learned a lot. When you're a wrestler yourself, you don't really see the big picture as often. And trying to help younger athletes understand, hey, when you're going through an injury, it's not always a race to get back on the mat. We gotta make sure we're healthy. That's been one of the biggest ones I've noticed, because I know my mentality when I was that age. Hey, it was I want to get back on the mat immediately, but that's not always what's best for you as an athlete. And you might see more success later on in your career if you get fully healthy before you return.
How's your relationship with some of the boys on the team this year? How have you guys been able to bond together?
Yeah, luckily I'm a little bit younger, so I feel like they relate to me a little bit more than maybe some of our other coaches on staff. So I have that going for me, obviously. I built a really strong relationship with a lot of these guys. I had been coaching, even when I was in high school, I coached our youth program, and some of these guys I've seen grow up since they were in kindergarten wrestling through our program. I used to stop in at the middle school while I was in college, so I've seen these guys grow from when they were in kindergarten, first, second, third grade. It's been pretty awesome. Pretty awesome to see them start to achieve their goals and hopefully make that final push in this postseason.
Yeah, so what are your guys' expectations, or what are your expectations going into this postseason?
Yeah, so we have a couple seniors in our starting lineup. Expectation for them is all to make it to the state tournament, and once they make it to the state tournament, I think a few of them have a pretty good opportunity to get on the podium, which is a really big deal. The most state placers we've had in 1 year has been one. I think we could have the possibility for 2 this year, so it'd be pretty excellent. We have a really big underclassmen presence in our starting lineup, which is not typical. We want them to qualify for the district tournament, and I think that's very doable at a lot of the weight classes, and hopefully light some fire moving into next season.
And with you saying that we have a really strong underclassmen kind of group right now, do you see this group being some really big going forward for this program?
Yeah, a combination of a couple freshmen and sophomore that we have should be making some major impact and waves at the district and state level in the next couple of years.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. And now back to the desk.
Thanks, Jake. That's all we have for you today, Pioneers. Thank you for tuning into The Grit. I'm Kayla Delmore.
And I'm Bobby Drexel, and we can't wait to see you here back next week.